Okay, so in this video we're going to look at finding the area of a triangle using the points. So again, this formula is in our log tables. We don't need to memorize it. And just importantly, 3 things that we need for it. And the most important one of these 3 is that one of the points has to be 0, 0. If it is, we can go straight to our formula and we don't use the point 0, 0 in the formula. If it's not though, we need to translate one of the points to 0, 0 and then apply that same translation to the other 2 points. So we'll have a look at that in example 2. If we look here at example 1, one of the points is 0, 0. So we know we're good to go. We write down our formula. And then we write down our points. So we ignore A and we're just focusing on B and then C. And we're going to label them x1, y1, x2, y2. And the next thing we have to do is sub into our formula. So we get area is equal to half times the modulus of x1, which is 4, and bracket everything inside here. y2, which is minus 6, minus x2, which is 6 times y1, which is 2. Everything inside your modulus I would just put into the calculator as is, include your brackets. So just as written. So you get a half times minus 36. Now we can apply our modulus. You have a modulus button on the calculator if you want, or else we just know that a modulus turns a negative number positive and keeps a positive number positive. So this will become a half times 36, which into the calculator, and we get units squared. Majority of the answers for this one will be units squared because we're dealing with the coordinate plane. So unless it's a specific problem where they're talking about, you know, ships being a couple 100 kilometers apart, that kind of thing, you'll have a unit of measurement. But otherwise then units squared because it's area. Okay, so that's our straightforward example there. If we look here then, find the area of the triangle with vertices. Another word for vertex is just point. Okay, so we write down our formula. And then one of our points needs to be 0, 0. So you write out your 3 points. And you pick one of them, it doesn't matter which one. And we need to translate it to 0, 0. So I'm going to pick my 3rd point here because it's 0 already. So we take away 0 and we take away 11. And that leaves me with 0, 0. And I need to apply that same translation to the other 2 points. So 4 minus 0 is 4. 6 minus 11. You can do it in the calculator, it will give you minus 5. And then minus 3 minus 0 will give me minus 3. Minus 1 minus 11 is minus 12. And now we have the 2 points we're using, 0, 0, and my 2 non-zero points. So that's 4 minus 5 and minus 3 minus 12. And we have x1, y1, x2, y2. So we get 4 times y2 minus x2 times y1. Into the calculator. We get minus 63. Apply your modulus. And we get area is equal to 31.5 units squared. You could leave it as 63 over 2 or as decimal like this. It just depends on the question if it specifies how they want the answer, but they haven't here, so that's up to us. Okay, so there's example 2. So again, for this formula, one of your points has to be 0, 0. If it's not, we translate one point to 0, 0, apply the same translation to all 3 points, and then we use our 2 new points for the formula. Okay, and and that's us done.